The mounts in Guild Wars 2 will never be the same again. Guild Wars 2 just offered some more details, more insight of the Skyscale interactions with the Secrets of the Obscure expansion. For those of you who may not know, the Skyscale is one of 2 mounts that are available in Guild Wars 2. Previously, or I should say currently, before this new expansion, it is only available for a lengthy collection in Living World Season 4. But now, with Secrets of the Obscure about to release on August 22nd, they have mentioned and they have highlighted that there will be a streamlined method for people to acquire the Skyscale without a lot of hard work, which this is a lot of delight to many players. However, some veteran players are a little upset. I just unlocked mine like, I don't know, 2 months ago.
Daddy, chill.
They just announced a little bit more insight of what we are going to be doing with the Skyscale and specifically why we need it. So it seems like in this new expansion of Secrets of the Obscure that we are going to be on floating islands. We're going to be somewhere that flight is required. And it sounds like there's going to be a bunch of different interactions that will help us stay up longer. While yes, the Skyscale can fly vertically and forward and all over the place, it does have a flight bar. Once the flight bar is depleted, essentially you'll descend until you regenerate some or you touch ground. Now with some of the new mastery changes that they're bringing in, it is looking like they're going to find innovative ways to keep you elevated and keep you being able to fly around to these different parts. But possibly the coolest new interaction with Guild Wars 2 is going to be the aerial combat.
But now you have my attention.
So previously with the Skyscale, when you dismount from your Skyscale and you use the action key number 1, it'll drop a little ring of fire and burn targets that are on the ground, allowing you to dismount and engage the enemies. In Secrets of the Obscure, they are now offering a way for you to attack enemies while in air. You can attack aerial enemies, you can attack enemies on the ground without dismounting. So in Secrets of the Obscure, it looks like we're going to be fighting demons of some sort. They call them cryptis, which look like deformed demon-like creatures that are popping out, and they are, I want to say in some relation to the Void. I'll have to tag in my lore friend Astral Legend to verify that, but what I'm really seeing with this is that they are also offering, these demons are bringing in their own aerial attack units, meaning that with a lot of your flight and what you're doing in air, you're going to have to fight off these aerial invaders all the while you were flying yourself. So we're starting to see the evolution of our own mounted combat, stemming from the Siege Turtle, which was a beautiful addition for the End of Dragons. Now it is evolving into aerial combat to one of the fan favorites of the Skyscale. Not only that, it really seems like the Skyscale is going to be a pivotal point in everything that you do in this expansion. They're revamping some of the masteries, they're changing how they act, and specifically giving you a chance to have a bit more depth with your mount, which is a beautiful addition, in my opinion, of Guild Wars 2. We have a lot of really strong positives within the game, as far as our combat, as far as our systems, and our own character growth. Now we're having an evolving aerial combat with our Skyscale. This is amazing. On top of that, for those of you who are interested in the aerial combat, there are specific places that you'll be able to practice your aiming and your, we'll say, fireball shooting while you're in air. Now, what I'm expecting as this expansion goes on is that there's going to be further implementation of aerial mounted combat. There's going to be different things that your Skyscale will be able to do. There will be more actions. I foresee that this becoming a very large part and a very well received part of the community. I feel like a lot of people are going to be very excited about having this brand new mount, this brand new feature in-game as far as aerial combat. It's going to be sick. It's going to be wild. I'm so excited. One of the interesting side notes as far as the Skyscale is concerned, of course it being a very important part of what Secrets of the Obscure is going to offer, what they learned specifically from the rental process in Dragonfall, where you go and rent your Skyscale and as soon as you dismount it's gone, it seems like you'll have a temporary unlock for the Skyscale up until you have earned it, because it seems like it's going to be a very integral part to the story and what we are doing as far as this expansion is concerned. It does make a very big, we'll say, ease of use drive, specifically for players who haven't really gone through that grind and or are looking to do the grind, but they don't want to be held back by not having a Skyscale. So the way that it'll work is that your Skyscale will be a part of one of the mounts that you can utilize while you are there until you have permanently unlocked it. Now, I don't know necessarily if that means that you can only use the Skyscale within Secrets of the Obscure zones, or if you can go elsewhere and use it. I don't know. It hasn't mentioned, but it does seem like a really good ease of use thing. And even stemming from those who've already already spent a lot of their time and effort, we'll say, in doing the Skyscale through the traditional method, which was Living World Season 4, your progress isn't necessarily just tossed to the wayside. So they're revamping some of the mastery points that we have seen as far as the tracks related to the Skyscale. So first, of course, we still have the aerial rescue, where you can mount your Skyscale while in flight. That is still remaining. If you unlock that mastery within Living World Season 4, and then you do this new mastery, which is seems like it's going to be the same one in the new expansion, The Secrets of the Obscure, your Skyscale will also grant you Bond of Vigor, which gives you a boost of energy so that you can stay afloat longer. The second mastery has been reworked to be the Fireball. So what I was talking about as far as the aerial combat, it seems like this Fireball is going to be able to be your main source of attack as you are flying through. So you can pepper enemies on the ground as you fly through. You can attack aerial targets. That's going to be the second mastery, that's awesome. However, it doesn't appear that there's any additional effect if you earn that mastery as well in both Living World Season 4 as well as Secrets of the Obscure. The third tier mastery is, of course, Wall Launch, which we already have, where you are able to charge up on the wall using some of your endurance and be able to fly up a little bit higher, get a real boost of energy. But if you earn this mastery in both of the related zones, it seems like your Wall Launch will not only charge faster, but it would also lift you higher. So that's pretty cool. There's a little bit of effort going back and forth. The fourth tier is going to be Enhanced Updraft, which is allowing you to essentially ride the updrafts that you would see in like Heart of Thorns and in some other places, but essentially allowing you to glide up on your Skyscale while you're flying. The fifth tier, which is probably the coolest in my opinion, is Combat Launch. In Guild Wars 2, you cannot mount up when you're in combat. As long as you're in combat, you can't escape. You either have to run away from the enemy or disengage or die. Those are your those big choices. Now, in Secrets of the Obscure, the fifth tier for the Skyscale Mastery is going to be Combat Launch, where you're able to launch off of your Skyscale and fly away in combat that doesn't necessarily do you any favors. Now, I do have a prediction about that, is because I'm willing to bet that some of the land creatures, some of the land mobs will be able to shoot like harpoons and maybe pull you back or do something that's going to knock you out of the air. Very similar to what we see with like Path of Fire zones and moving forward, is that there's a lot of creatures that have ranged attacks that'll be able to pull you down. The sixth tier offers Leyline Acclamation, which allows you to glide across ley lines, which is another feature that was tied to Heart of Thorns. And it's also a great feature just to bring back, is we were able to earn this specifically for the gliding, but now we couldn't use it because it's like there weren't really that many ley lines. Now it seems like that's going to be an integral part to how you and your Skyscale stay afloat. That's awesome. That's what we want to see. The seventh and final tier is Rising Spirits. This is associated with us being able to essentially use the updrafts, and it recharges our flight meter. So very similar to how gliding works now, where you fly into an updraft and it recharges your ability to glide. It seems like you're going to be able to regenerate some of your flight bar, we'll say, as you were using the updraft, which is pretty cool. As far as the bonus tracks, they only offered the two, which included the upgraded Wall Launch as well as the Bond of Vigor when used as far as an aerial rescue. That doesn't really seem all that exciting. Why would I work really hard on both masteries? Well, they do have an answer for that. It seems like once you've gone ahead and completed the mastery track for the Skyscale, the revamped mastery track, as well as the Skyscale collection for Secrets of the Obscure, it does seem like you're going to be offered up a new collection, which offers a it seems really awesome, but a Skyscale Cryptus mount skin, which is that it just looks badass. I'm not gonna lie. Overall, my thoughts are I have a lot of excitement for this. I am a little bit hesitant because, in my opinion, just having the skin it's a good reason to go ahead and get it, but I don't have enough desire to really work through all the mastery lines just for a Skyscale skin, even though I could probably use it. Let's not beat around the bush. Like, I'm still using the base model. It does offer a bit of, we'll say, reward for those who have already put in that effort for their Skyscale, and I can see why some people would be really excited about this, and I can also see why people would be like, that's it. We only have a couple of weeks before we get into Secrets of the Obscure, so if you are interested in finishing up some last minute projects, I suggest you watch this video here. You can see what I'm going to be doing, getting ready for this new expansion and all the wonderful features. Aside from that, stay caffeinated, folks.